Do.
One, two, one, two, three. Started swelling too soon. A little bit later. Bow. Wah. Don't go. Bow. Wah. Too soon. I like the swell. Just wait a fraction later. One, two, ready. So what's happening is you're maxing your swell too soon. You're going bow wah, bow wah. The swell must continue all the way to the bar line. So that means you need to slow down the rate in which you are swelling. Because I don't want you to swell more. I like how much you're swelling. I like it now. It sounds good. But we need to reach the same max of your swell at the end of the bar. We're getting there too soon. Ready? 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready. Okay, that was better. Now saxes, I need you to be louder. Like 2 notches. Not screaming loud, just 2 notches. Alright, I don't want to tell them to be softer. You have to have a little more
I
presence
realized
of
I was
sound.
doing it right as I
Here we go.
too when I was right as I
Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. What happened? What happened? Jan, what happened? Okay. Okay. I can dig that answer. Alright, so. Oh, bleep, where am I in the music? You gotta keep playing.
My valve got stuck in the middle of it, so I
You
started
gotta
panicking.
keep playing. You gotta keep playing. You gotta keep playing. No stuck valves. No stuck valves. Clean it, fix it, throw it in the trash and buy a new one. But no stuck valves. No stuck valves, all right? Those kinds of things are things we prevent by taking care of our instrument. For whatever reason that's happening, I don't know, but that's something we have to be careful about. All right. I was was hearing some very low trombone at 55.3. I don't see those notes anywhere.
I asked if I could play them, and you said give it a try.
Is that from the third part?
It's the third part with a lower octave.
Oh, I think we have to leave that out.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that out. Sorry, I just, if a judge looks at the score and sees that and goes, wow, I don't see those notes. Some judges will be like, hey, cool, and other judges with different opinion. So I figure better safe than sorry. See, it's a little weird at MPA with jazz, because you can have a jazz combo on the stage. Like, not even a full big band. It's jazz MPA, it's not big band MPA. So, years ago, when I'm sitting in the audience and I watched Southern Wayne High School, which is the town of Dudley, in the middle of nowhere. It's kinda sorta close to Mount Olive, kinda sorta. In the middle of nowhere in Wayne County. It's the only real town people ever know in Wayne County is Goldsboro. But Cindy Grant, band director there forever, and she brought a jazz combo because she got this tiny little band program. So it's like 2 saxes, a trumpet, guitar, bass, and drums, and that's what they had. And they were out there, and they started with just a jazz standard called Doxy. Alright, the most popular recording of that was Miles Davis playing it. But and they just read off of a lead sheet from a real book. And played it, and they all took solos, and then they played the head out. And I was like, cool. She gave her kids an opportunity to go and perform, even though they didn't have a full-size jazz band. And the fact that Jazz MPA allowed that, I thought was great. Quite often at concert band MPA, there are these judges that come from these elitist, big, massive, well-funded programs that have been in incredible shape for 60 years. And they sit there and they fuss because the second, third, and fourth horn parts aren't being covered. Well, we only have one horn player. I'm speaking this through experience. Miss Cheryl Newton from Oakton High School in Fairfax, Virginia. She's got 3 60-member concert bands
That's a lot.
In her program. And she says, I don't know if we should be playing this piece because the horn parts aren't being covered. Well, for some pieces I agree, like if it's a prominent part, but this was bop, 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 bop. So I called a bunch of other people and I said, how do you feel about that? And they're like, that's stupid. We were playing Under the Double Eagle March by Douglas Wagner. It was a cool march. It's a nice piece. Very appropriate for MPA. Somebody does it almost every year. 2 bands did it this year. You couldn't tell the difference either way. But she kept yapping about that. She even mentioned it at the end of the comments when we finished our performance. And all these other people I spoke to said, that's stupid. Why should you deprive your group of playing good stuff? Just because you might not have the personnel, that's not fair. Same thing with jazz. But jazz MPA is more sympathetic towards that and empathetic. So, I just don't know to what extent. That's why I'm bringing that up. I don't know to what extent they are. Like, I'm providing them a score, and they can see what parts they're supposed to be playing. They're expecting to hear all of those parts. I guess maybe I could go on the score and I could write, we don't have this instrument, or something like that. But I think looking at the stage, they would notice. especially with the jazz group. Pretty transparent. So, but I don't know. I've altered and adjusted things before, like that little solely thing that I wrote out in Shiny Stockings. A part of me's back and forth on whether or not I just leave it in, but I really want it to be piano. And I had a long talk yesterday with Sarah at the end of rehearsal, and she said that she actually apologized, and she said, I really haven't committed much to practicing this, but I'm going to. And I believe her. So we'll see what happens. We'll hang in there a little bit longer and make sure that can be pulled together. Okay? All right. We need to go. Start at 53, take the first ending. Okay? 53, take the first ending. Ready? Here we go. 1 and 2, and 1, 2, ready, and. Let's line it up right now. 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready, and. Yeah, the rest, ba, ba, ba is behind. Ba, ba, ba. We're going ba, ba, ba. It's just, it's behind. Ba, ba, ba. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, ready, and. Notice on 2, not 1. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, ready, and. Not the end of 1. 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready, and. The hands are laid. Ba, ba, ba. We're going ba, ba, ba. It's just behind. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. 1, 2, and. Ba, ba, ba. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, ready, and. I need alto sax to be way louder.
Sorry, sir, I thought you said second ending.
No, first ending, please. First ending. First ending. Here we go. First ending. And if I misspoke, my fault. First ending, please. We'll take the repeat. Ready? Same place. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, ready, and. Both entrance trumpet, you crack the first note. Ya-da-da-ya-da, ya-da-da-ya-da. Gotta find the center of pitch, guys. There's too much good playing going on here to crap all over it like that. Too much. 62. 62. 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready. What's that, alto? That can't happen. That will be catastrophic failure. You can't let that happen. Can't let that happen. You just can't let that happen. Can't let that happen. 62. 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready. Yep. We're gonna have to slow our tempo down. That's why these clams keep happening. Because all the fills are slow and the background riffs are slow. But pick it up, up. 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 And da 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 dee ba 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 da da ba da da ba 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 ba. They're just behind. It's not far behind, but it's always behind. It's always behind. Start right there. 71. Ready? The trumpet, when you come in on your ba 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 da da, first note's got to be clipped a little bit shorter. We have one person going ba 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 da da, ba 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 da da, ba 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 da da. Needs to be a toot. Beep ba da ba da da. We're kind of going home. Okay, 71. 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready. Yeah, Mr. 72 is late. Ba da 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 da. Just a little behind. Ready? 1 and 2 and 1, 2, ready. Okay, now the people playing 72 and 74, alto and tenor, no, just altos and trumpets. You guys were there, then tenor, bass, trombone, you guys are behind. Okay, so let's lock it in. Ready? 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready. It was way better until ba da da dee da in 75. That one was still behind. It was better though. It was better. 1, 2, and 71, ready. Jan, your tempo at 87 was dead on. Dead on, and the horns are right there with you. I think when we got to that third fill in 91, going into the first inning, I think that one took off just a little bit. Okay, that one took off just a little bit. Okay, but I mean, tempo's burning. It is burning. It's cooking. Okay, so we gotta be able to handle the heat, right? Okay. Saxophone. 79. Dee da 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 bow. Ga da 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 da. Ba 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 da ba bum. Right there, measure 82. Ba 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 da ba bum. First note of that measure needs to be long. I think we're playing ba 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 bum. Ba 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 da ba bum. And then same thing in 86. Ba 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 da ba da. This first note of the measure needs to be a do da. Do da da da. Do da da da. Play that bar, just those four notes. That's altos and tenors, measure 82. Just do da da da. And 1, 2, ready. Good. Take the note before it. It looks like do da 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 da. That kind of changes the game a little. So take the pick up to that. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3. Maybe start in the measure board. Do da da do da 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 da. Ready? So measure 81 and 1,
Oh, that's a
2,
good
3.
crack.
That's not bad.
For me to hear.
Try again. And 1, 2, ready.
I mean,